Alrighty, hi guys, and welcome back to the KnitKnackChat knitting podcast. I am your host, as usual, Zach, and I am coming to you from my childhood bedroom in Hastings, Minnesota. Today is Monday, April 30th. It is Memorial Day. And yeah, I'm back to recording finally. Big life updates for me. I graduated college, which is super exciting, and I am moved back in with my parents, hopefully just for the summer, but we shall see if that'll be any longer. I hope not, but we shall see. I'm happy that my parents are willing to keep me around. I know my mom doesn't want to get rid of me, but gosh, I want to get out of here. But yeah, it's been quite a bit since I recorded because school was super busy, and then I had to move out of my college apartment and move back home and get all settled. I now have a full-time job, plus some other side gigs that are happening. Forewarning with the background noise, again, I'm at home and I can't really find the best time to record this podcast. So I have my nephew home, my mom, and all of that clacking around is my dog. So please pardon all the noise in the background. If there's any dead space and you hear anything, or if you hear anything while I'm talking, that's what it is. And I really apologize. Hopefully, if I get my own space, I can null and void all the background noise, which will be really awesome. So yeah, that's about it for life updates, kind of. So first things first, I'm going to talk about the Socks and Stocks cowl that I have running right now. I'm going to be extending that. It was supposed to end the end of June, but I'm actually going to extend it to the end of July and add some little tweaks to it. So basically, the Socks and Stocks cowl is basically knitting a pair of socks that you're gonna want to showcase in some Birkenstocks or in some open shoes, some sandals or something in the summertime, because I like wearing my hand knit socks with my Birkenstocks for some reason. So it's, again, knit a pair of socks, knit a pair of DK or fingering weight socks, I don't really care. Full length, shorties, even knit some leg warmers if you really want, something to keep you busy, keep your hands busy but your lap kind of cool. And it's either using self-striping yarn or a patterned sock pattern that you have that you've really always wanted to knit, or a colorwork pattern. So there's that. That's pretty much the only thing with that. Again, extending the deadline to that to the end of July versus the end of June. You can enter it on Instagram or on the Ravelry page. Yeah. So yeah, let's just get into the finished objects. First one is the one I'm wearing, obviously. This is my Stay Pullover by Park Williams. I knit this for the Park Knits knit along that she just hosted and ended a week ago, I think. So pretty much you could knit any of her patterns and there we go. Knit one of her patterns, and I decided to I was jumbling between a few of her bulky weight sweaters, and I landed on the Stay Pull because it was I guess the simplest and most unisex in fit and ease of pattern. So I knit this out of Noro Enka, which is a cotton blend. So I held 2 strands together, single ply, and it kind of self-striped. I made it the cropped length with the full sleeves, and I actually had to end up getting some yarn from a lady in California. I need to send her yarn back to her and send her a little goodie as well. So thank you so much for sending me that yarn that I needed. And I also bought a little bit extra, bought another full cake because I couldn't find anybody who would lend me their skein to finish it off. So I just needed this much on each sleeve, pretty much. A good I don't know, what is that? 2 inches, an inch and a half of the sleeve. And my cuffs and hems are all in Noro Kumo. So this is a fully Noro sweater and I really love it, and I kind of want another Noro sweater. So there's that. That's this finished object. My second finished object is kind of like a special thing. So graduation, obviously I had my grad cap and I wanted to decorate it, but I didn't want to like do it like I did in high school. So I knit my own little grad cap cover. So I used Malabrigo sock and some red color, I can't remember what it was. And I just kind of like made up my own pattern. I did it from the center out, and I did increases the entire way. I just did knit front back increases every other row pretty much. And then when I finished, I did some decreasing around, oh my gosh. I did some decreases to like kind of round it off. I was gonna do an I-cord edge, but that was too much work. So I just did a normal bind off. And then the letters I used, I can't remember. Oh, the letters are from the R through S, S-T-U-V, yeah, R through V letters by Frankie Brown. So I did fingering held double. I was gonna do VU 22, but with the fact that how big the V and the U were, I ended up running out of yarn. I needed to use some little scraps or a different yarn entirely for the U, because I was gonna embroider it, and then I ended up not liking how it was embroidered, so then I ripped it out, but I couldn't fully rip it out, so I had to cut, and like I lost some yarn. So there's that. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I unfortunately didn't win a prize from the contest that they were having, which kind of sucks, but I mean, whatever. I have this cool little memorabilia thing that I made myself, and a lot of people gave me compliments on that. So that was really nice. I'm happy to be done with college, but it's gonna be weird come the fall when I don't have to go back to school. Okay. The next finished object I actually don't have anymore because I gifted it. It is my Boho Blush Shawl by Andrea Mowry. I gave it as a gift to my voice teacher after my senior voice recital, and she was wearing like the best shirt that she could wear. That like there was like a strip of like red in it that matched perfectly with the shawl, and she looked lovely in it, and I can't wait to like run into her in the future probably and have like see her wearing it or something, which would be really awesome. So I'm gonna post a picture, and I'm gonna blur out her face just because she doesn't know that she'll be on here. So this is my voice teacher in that shawl, and I think she looks lovely in it, and she really loved it. So there's that. And with that shawl, I made it in Muse 2320 Crane Wife, which is the 100% Superwash Merino in a custom-ish colorway. It was the cranberry slush like base that she uses, but I wanted it to be a little deeper and richer, kind of like a Merlot wine, a red wine color. So it's kind of darker and has some like undertones of red and purple in it. It's really pretty. In person, it's really soft, and it has all the tassels, which took so long to do, but it was so worth it. So yeah, there's that. And then my final finished object, I am so happy I'm done with this, and I kind of want to make another one, but that probably won't happen for a while because I just like love this, and I think it's everything. It is my Starflanket by Stephen West, knit in all Muse 2320. Oh my god, I can't even get like the full thing on screen. I haven't taken finished object photos in it yet, but I need to like soon because I need to post it for a few knit-alongs that are ending like in a few days. So this is using the discontinued base Sparrow, which is a superwash wool and nylon 75-25 DK that Sarah had in her shop, yeah. And I knit it to pattern. I had 25 colors and I used every color twice, pretty much. So yeah, there's that. It was a lot of fun. I did the brioche section here. And I like did a lot of like splitting of colors. So like here it's supposed to be 6 rows of stockinette, and I did 3 rows in one color and 3 rows in the other, just to like alternate. And I split the brioche in two because I had 4 colors that I had to work when I got to the brioche section. And I was like, I need to like use them, obviously. So I did that way. And pretty much as of now, the way I've been wearing it is I've been wearing it as a big old cape shawl. But I've also been having it on my bed, and it's very cozy. It's very warm. So yeah, there's that. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, there's nothing else I can say about it besides that I love it so much. It was such a blast. And I think the next like Starflake, I think I'm gonna do the Starflake shawl next. Probably either as part of Needles at the Ready, Let's Hear It for the Boys Cowl, or just something in the fall for myself, just to keep myself busy before the Mystery Knit Along. So there's that, and those are all my finished objects. I have a lot of whips to show you, and quite a few like future cast-ons of things that I've like ripped out and I'm going to be starting over or turning into something new, so that's exciting. So let me get into my whips. The first whip you guys haven't seen in quite a while, but it is, I am knitting, I'm in the middle of a row because I ran out of yarn, or macrame cord, I guess. I'm knitting a Pouf. So this is the Knit Pouf by Joanne Lowe. Again, it's weird because I'm in the middle of a row, but it's pretty much going to be like a circular Pouf. Oh, I guess that's how it's going to sew up. So it'll sew up here, this way, then it'll like just come around, and it'll be a big round Pouf in this gray macrame cord that I'm using, that I bought at Muse. I just want it as a simple like knit piece for like my living room when I get my own place. So I'm really excited to have this done. I think I have 4 sections done, and I should have like 10, so I'm like almost halfway there, which is very exciting. So yeah, there's that. I just like work on this when I'm bored, pretty much, because it's worked in short rows. It's a free pattern, so it's worked in short rows with big ol' needles. I think I'm on a US 13 and really like thick macrame cord, which is kind of a pain to knit with, honestly, because it like twists up on itself more so than like any other yarn that I've ever worked with, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I like it so far. I'm excited to have it done and to like be able to stuff it. I don't know what I'm gonna stuff it with yet, if I'm gonna like find some cheap pillows online, or if I'm gonna use like oh, I just had an idea. I wonder if I could, so take some pillows, yeah, but I might use like an electric blanket and like line the outmost side of it with an electric blanket, make sure that like the outlet of the electric blanket is like in a place where I can like plug it in like from inside, so I don't have to take the electric blanket like out of it ever. And then it could be like a heated Pouf. I might have to experiment a bit with that. So we shall see how that works. If it does at all, which honestly it may or may not, I don't know. Otherwise I might have just to like knit a different one for myself or something. So there's that. There's that whip. And yeah, I don't really have a deadline for this. If I have it done by the end of the summer, that'd be nice, because then I could have it to like move in with right away. So that's very exciting. Okay. The next whip is going into hibernation for the summer. This is in my, oh gosh, who is this? Judy. It's on the bag. Mrs. Brown bag that I got for Christmas this past year. This is the Enchanted Mesa sweater by Stephen West. I have the body pretty much done. I have both of the sleeves separated, and I'm working on like the final short rows. So yeah, it's coming along, but I'm in no rush to finish it. It's super bulky. It's gonna be super warm in the winter, so I'm just gonna work on it slowly. And yeah, so that'll be that. I probably won't touch it much, but I'll move my, I had a stitch marker on here, but I guess not anymore. So I'm gonna put my little cat stitch marker, cat on the moon stitch marker that I got from Muse. And I'll put it in this garter section. So in case I do work on it between this and the next podcast, you guys can see that I see where I went. But if you don't see it, that's obviously, then I won't show it if I haven't touched it. So yeah, I'm using a bunch of Muse scraps and just some like other like neutral. So all my colors are by Muse. The black sparkles are from Muse, and then my gray and black like solids that I'm using are West Wool leftovers that I had. Oh my gosh, now I have Surrey and mohair in my nose. Okay, there's that. There's not much to say about this. I'm knitting like this, well, it's all depending on gauge, so I'm knitting it on a US 8. I don't know what I'm going to do with the sleeves yet, which is also why I'm like, I don't want to knit on it, because I don't want to get to the sleeves and like not know what to do. So we shall see what I end up doing. So there's that. The next thing I have is my pair of socks for my knit along, which I've been working on for quite a while. And I'm like finally at the point where I'm almost done with them, honestly. Like I honestly should just finish them because I want to start a new pair. So these, I decided to do the Magic Heel Socks by Autumn Acorn, also known as Judy Jewell. So this self-striping yarn I got from Tracy of the Grocery Girls. This is mustache yarn in the not a Tame Lion like colorway, so it's based off of Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It says it's a 10 stripe repeat, but like there's like 13 stripes, but it's like 10 characters. So like the 4 kids, the lion, Mr. Santa, the 2 beavers, Mr. Thomas, and then the witch is this gray, white, gray. So like in a way it's 10 colors, but it's like this lion is like 4 color stripes, and then the witch is 3 color stripes. So it's like yeah, it's like a lot more. And I'm gonna have 1 repeat left in each ball, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I may start like just like a super scrappy blanket or something, or maybe I'll save them for when I get more like superwash self-striping yarn, and do like scrappy socks or something. So yeah, there's that. Again, it's in like all my other socks, my Dobby sock sack that I got 2 years ago. I'm back. Sorry about that. My nephew was right outside my door yelling at his dad. But so next is a project that I started with my friend David, who actually is like just about done with his. We were gonna knit it together, but then I got really behind. I needed to like get some other projects done, or I was working on like the blanket, and I really wanted to get that done, and then I had some like other things that I was like debating if I wanted to start or if I wanted to wait to start it a little bit. But we bought the yarn together. We got it at the Yarnery up in St. Paul, which is probably one of my favorite yarn stores, except Muse. Muse is whiz and will always be like my LYS. Not just because I work there, but because like I love it. It's lovely. But the Yarnery is a very close second. So there's that. So it is in this bag. Sorry about the crinkle, but it is a Bagoo bag. That I also bought at the Yarnery at the same day. It's like these cute little like kitties that are like sleeping. Here are the right side kitties. They're so cute. But this is the Hello from my crop. Hello from my crop top. Okay, by Jessie Mae. So I'm knitting the colorwork as charted. I'm not making up my own colorwork for this because I don't have the skill for that, but it is in these really playful primaries. Red, yellow, blue, and then I have like a gray or like a taupe color. This lighting like really sucks. Let me show you the skeins of yarn, or the cakes, I guess. So I am using the recommended yarn. I'm using Brooklyn Tweed Peary. Oh my god, I can't even like hold them up. So here are the 3 primaries that I'm using. And then my other 2 colors. This is Muslim, and then this is something. I should just look. Morale. Muslim, Morale, and then these colors, I guess I'll just like take them out now. Ah! This yellow is Marigolds. The red I know is Firebrush. I said I know and I still have to look. Whatever. And then the blue is Gatsby. So those are those. I just finished all the color work. I made it my mission before I started recording to like at least get through all the color work. So I knit up to where I have to separate for my sleeves, and that's where I'm waiting for now. So I will move my little stitch marker that I have showing me where the back is once I separate for my sleeves and everything, and get a ways through the color work. I am not sure yet if I want to do the cropped length or the like longer length yet, but we shall see. So there's that, and I think I'm gonna do like the short sleeves. I looked at all the other patterns and I thought about possibly doing like a full-length sleeve with the color work in it, but I kind of just want a short sleeve crop to wear throughout the summer. So there's that. Put that away. Okay. Okay. The next project I have is test knit. I am test knitting the Goldstar sweater for Maxim Seer, Max the Knitter. So it is in my Bearded Pearl Spring Animals bag. I always am like, when did I get this? I got this in this, no, I got this in the fall. I got this in the fall last year, didn't I? I think so. I don't remember. Or was it the spring 2 years ago? I don't remember. So I'm knitting it out of the recommended yarn. I said to myself after I graduated, I got like quite a bit of money from some people. So I was like, I'm gonna spend money on 2 sweaters. Spend a lot of money. the Puri sweater. The crop top was pretty expensive, and then this sweater was also like decently expensive. But I did get like a code from Max, which was really nice. So yeah, so my colors, I'm using Brooklyn Tweed, Shelter, and Tones. So my Tones colorway is the Overtone Permissum, which is this lovely orange color, which I'm so in love with because orange is like my favorite color. And then my first color is Pumice. Brooklyn. Okay. Russell in the bag. And then my second color is Soot. So these are the 3 colors that I'm using for this sweater. And I'm through the first part of the color work, and I'm just in the midst of doing the 3-row color work stuff. Again, I really love how this turns out, how this looks, and how it's like working up so far. I didn't realize it until like as I was knitting the color work, but I'm basically knitting a colorwork sweater that I can like only wear to the Spiral Brewery, which is a brewery in my hometown that I go to often because orange and gray are their colors. So this is definitely going to be like my Spiral Brewery like trivia night sweater that I'll wear in the winter when I go to trivia. I also bought a pink color that I did like a swatch in, but I didn't keep the swatch, so I have the swatch still, or I have like the yarn like re-caked up. So after I finish this hat, I think I might try to find big colorwork, like many colors and a colorwork hat to use like all of the leftovers for, or like a cowl or something that I can use like all the colors in, and like if I run out of, yeah, so either like a cowl or a scarf or like a hat that I can use all of the rest of the colors in, so I don't have any scraps and it's all Brooklyn Tweed. And I might give that as a gift to somebody for Christmas. So we shall see how that turns out, or maybe I'll write my own pattern. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see how much yarn I have left over, to be honest, because if it's not that much, I may or may not buy more and knit something, but we shall see. So there's that. I'm really excited for this test knit. It's not due until like August. I got my nephew. He's like getting ready for bed, so he's like squirrely. This test knit isn't due till August, so I have plenty of time to get it done and finished. But I just want to make sure it's done. I want to try to get to working strictly the body, probably mid-June, not mid-July, mid-June. Probably in like a week. Probably in a week I want to get to working the body, because there's a little bit of color work at the cuffs and at the hemline. So I want to make sure that I get that done. I think I might get a few inches on the body and then do the sleeves first, and then finish the body. So yeah, that's the plan. That's that. Got all my other yarn that I need. Woot. That goes over there now that I'm done talking about it. I'm gonna bring these 2 bags over here. Okay. I'm gonna talk about this project. It is technically done, but it's also technically not done. So I decided use this finally like open, and Sarah put out some chairs in the shop, which is super exciting, and I now go there and like knit and sit in the chair and do whatever, you know, have a grand old time. And the chairs are a really beautiful yellow color. So I want to have something on the chairs, so I decided to knit a pillowcase. Or I am knitting a pillowcase. I'm technically done knitting both the front and the back panels. These are oh gosh, what is this? This is the Sunburst Pillow by Knit Collage. I used Blue Sky Fiber organic cotton held double and some like torn fabric. So the kits that I used are sold at Muse. It is the Tuesday Shawl kits. The Tuesday Shawl is a shawl that Sarah wrote that uses like ripped fabric. And I bought a kit wanting to make the shawl, that I end up loving the shawl so much, so I decided to rip it out. Then I saw, I think it was like a few years ago, Knit Collage did like the torn fabric part of their like knit along, and I wanted to use that for this, so I ended up using like 2 1/4 skeins of Blue Sky to knit both panels. I purchased an insert on Amazon today, so hopefully it should be here. I think it's supposed to be here within a week. I need to still like steam these and like make sure they're blocked and ready for the insert, but that probably won't take long. I probably will like steam them after this episode, after I finish recording, just so I have them steamed and like partially sewn together. Yeah, so I really love how that works. So, and then I might make another pillow for the other chair, because there are 2 chairs in the shop, but I think that it'll look really nice against that chair. There's that, and I also kind of want to make another pillow for my apartment as well. So this was me just like testing out the pattern, what I would need, testing out the yarn. So yeah, there's that. And I also got inspired by Tracy, who knit one for her daughter. So yeah, because I want knitted accessories in my life, like knit home goods stuff, because I think that's quirky, and that's the kind of person I am. So, my last, so actually, no, that's not my last whip. This is not my last whip. My goodness. This is the Ramble On shawl. Here's the start of it. This is the Ramble On Cowl, not even a shawl. Cowl by Stitchin Witch. I am knitting this in Muse 2320 Pride, the Pride Mini collection that she has. Pride Minis. It is 6 mini skeins of the 6 rainbow colors. And then for like the little lace section cowl, I'm going to be using the High Five 2022 colorway. So I'm just going to open it up. It is similar to the High Five colorway that she knit, or that she dyed up last year, but it is more watercolory and more muted, and has a lot more white space, which I think is going to translate super well into this cowl. Okay, so a little bit of details about High Five. So it is a fundraiser fiber. So both High Five and I Stand With Kit are 2 LGBTQI plus colorways that Sarah dyes up to fund and make donations to different different groups and stuff in the Twin Cities area. So this year, $5 of the High Five, which is why it's called High Five, is $5 of each skein gets donated to, I texted Sarah just to ask, $5 gets donated to the Trevor Project and Idea of Hastings, which is a new group in my hometown that is working towards inclusivity with LGBTQ plus recognition in my hometown, which is really awesome. They have their 2nd annual Pride, first inaugural Pride Festival in my hometown this summer. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm really happy that there's that movement coming along. So $5 gets donated to both of those foundations, and then the I Stand With Kit yarn, which is a watercolored trans flag. So it's the light blue, white, and pink in a skein. You can find pictures on Sarah's Instagram, Muse2320Fiber, for inspo, and there's a lot of people who have knit with that, which is really awesome. And $5 goes to the Transparent Alliance, which I believe is a Minnesota-based nonprofit that helps trans youth in Minnesota. And if that's wrong, I'm sorry. But there's that, so I'm really excited. This is going to be the lace section that I said. But oh my gosh, this knits up so fast because it's just a 2-row repeat. I have my last 3 colors all balled up because I don't want to get my Swift out, so I just like balled them by hand. Quick question: when you guys like ball cakes of yarn by hand, do you have like, if you have like an Apple Watch or like something that like tracks fitness, does it ever like try to start a workout for you? My Apple Watch tries to start an elliptical workout for me whenever I'm like balling cake yarn balls, which is so funny to me. So yeah, I'm very excited for this pattern. And yeah, I have another like set of mini skeins. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet, but we shall truly see. I might make a pair of socks out of these, or like a headband or something. Not a headband, no, probably not a headband. Maybe I'll do like a scarf, and I'll like stripe this in between or something, or maybe I'll make up a little design, or maybe I'll make, yeah, I don't know yet. We'll see. There's a lot of mini skein patterns out there. This is one of them, and so far, out of like the colors that I have used, I think I've probably only used like 10 grams. I have a little bit more of the purple because I have to like go back and do, I need to go back and do like the ribbing of it, but that's after the fact. So when I'm done with that, we'll see. I'll weigh all of the minis, and honestly, if it's just like using 10 grams, that's like really awesome, and I might make a pair of socks because then I'll have 30 grams of each color. So that probably should make a decent pair of socks. So there's that. And then, okay, this is my last whip, but it's not really a whip because I'm not going to work on it a ton. Just going to cover this up. This is bamboo pop yarn by Universal Yarns. It is a cotton bamboo blend, and I am trying to figure out and gonna probably write up like a Speedo pattern, like a knitted Speedo. So I have like the hem done. I need to like put it on a bigger cord and try it on to see if it'll fit right. Because I think I kind of want to like figure that out first before I like go into all of the shaping of everything. But yeah, so it's just that what I have left to do is I have to do like butt shaping, short rows, and like have to separate for like the front and the back. And my idea is I'm gonna be using like I'm gonna be using PapaBearKnits jock strap pattern, like pouch pattern, as like reference to how to knit the front of it. So I'm gonna knit the butt fully, and then I'm gonna start and do the jock strap, and then like Kitchener the front and like the top of the jock strap together, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the plan. We shall see how it works out, but who knows? It may be an epic fail, and I may not find something to do with it, and it'll just be a waste of my time, which will be kind of sad because I want a Speedo and I don't want to pay for one. I just want to knit my own. And if I do figure it out, I probably won't release the pattern, but if you're interested in it and want to knit it yourself, just let me know, and I'll probably be more than happy to send you the pattern. Okay, those are all my whips. I'm about 30 minutes, 40 minutes into the video. I had to stop my video and start over, so I don't know anymore. Let's go into some like future cast-ons that I want to work on. So in this bag that I got gifted for Christmas, I remember I was knitting, you guys remember I was knitting the pure mesh pullover. I think I showed you guys that out of this yarn, Isire Bombin, which is a linen cotton blend, and it didn't fit. Like, I could not get it over my head, over my shoulders. It was super tight, it was super stiff. I didn't want to have to like block it to like let it loosen up at all. So I ripped it all out. So it was these two pink balls, and then when I was at the yarnery, I bought this, and with these I am going to be making a Cozy Classic Light this summer by Jessie Mae. I'm gonna do like mainly pink with like probably 2-row black stripes, probably 2 or 3 rows. No, I'll probably do two rows of black and then like 10. I'll probably check my gauge and make sure that's like each section is 1 inch. So yeah, that's my plan. I'll probably, again, it's a fingering weight sweater, so I might do it after I finish my crop top, which is another fingering weight sweater. But I want it to be a full length sweater. So yeah, that's exciting. I have that on the horizon. If I don't knit it till the winter, that I'm totally fine with that. It'll be a linen top then, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do it short sleeve or if I'm going to do it long sleeve yet, so we shall find out. Again, it's all a journey, and I'm happy that I'm just like there. So my next two, so I have like 2 pairs of socks that I have in mind that I want to knit. I have the tentacle socks, which is a colorwork socks that I can't remember who they're by, and then I also have the bubble socks, or the bubblegum socks by James Makes Things, both of which I really want to make, just cause. So we'll see which ones I cast on, and I also have a lot of self-striping yarn that I want to cast on, so we shall see what I do first. Something else that I bought when I was at Muse recently was the Unique Sock rainbow socks, and with one of these 50 gram cakes, I am going to be knitting just a plain jock strap by PapaBearKnits. Just seeing how the self-striping works up, and if like it works, I'll probably knit a few more. Probably see how much yarn I'll use for a jock strap, and then probably knit a few and just like give them to friends, or like maybe like at Pride if I see people be like, here, have a jock strap. But we shall find out about that. And then I actually talked to another friend of mine and was like, hey, if I knit you, he's like a model and whatever, and I was like, hey, if I knit you a jock strap, would you like wear it and like take professional modeling photos in it? I was like, yeah, sure. So I have this leftover red Malabrigo from my grad cap. And PapaBearKnits sent me the tackle box jock, so I'm gonna knit that in this red color for my friend. So I'm very excited for that. I'm excited to see him in that, to be honest. So there's that, and that's pretty much it for future cast-ons. I mean, I don't know how soon I'll cast it on, or like how soon these future cast-ons are, how inevitable they are. I'll probably also end up knitting a pair of socks out of these, just because it'd be nice to have some rainbow socks in my life. Yeah, we shall see what happens with all of that. That is about it. I did life update stuff in the beginning, so yeah. I really hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for sticking around with me and staying subscribed when I haven't been so active. Thank you guys for showing all your support. I'm getting up there in subscriber numbers, and I'd really love to get to like 500 or 1,000 even by the end of the year. That would be so awesome. So if you have any knitting friends that you think would like watching this young male knitter on his journey in life and in knitting and in everything, please share this video with them. Follow me on Instagram as KnitKnackChat, and on Ravelry. Those links will be in this description below. Yeah, so feel free to ask any questions in the comments. What are you knitting on during this video? Post on your Instagram stories if you guys are watching. I always love doing that. I always love like, oh look, I'm watching so-and-so while knitting on blank by blank, just because I think it's a fun way to like showcase like, hey, this is what I'm doing right now while I'm listening to this person. So yeah, there's so many things that are happening in this knitting community right now that I'm really happy for, and you know, there's some other things that are happening. It's like, I don't know about that, but I'm really happy to be on the side of things that are really positive and really energetic. I have a lot of really awesome knitting friends that I just talk to on occasion, and I really hope to increase those communications, maybe do some traveling. I want to go to Chicago, probably not this summer, but maybe in the fall. Go to Chicago for a weekend and meet up with some knitting friends. I would love to go to Canada and stop by, I don't know, like the Little Red Mitten. I think that'd be so fun. I love listening to the Little Red Mitten podcast, the Full Moon Fibers podcast. I'd love to go to Europe at some point. I think it'd be fun to go to Arkansas and meet up with We Share Needles. I love those girls so much. They're so funny. Where else? There are so many places I want to go. And now that I'm done with college, I feel like I have the opportunities to like go and like be free. I just need to like get out of my parents' house, but we shall see how that goes. But I will send you guys off with have a great day or night or whenever you're watching this. I am so hungry right now. I need food or I'm gonna pass out. So bye you guys.